Cancer, hi you little fancy pants. Melissa here to do a timeless love reading for you. I just keep getting fancy pants, okay? I'm kind of just shuffling, pre-shuffling and stuff like that, and I'm getting fancy pants. I just saw the Ten of Pentacles peek its little head out, so feeling like you're feeling pretty fancy, Cants. Let's get after it. I was feeling Nine of Pentacles vibes, and then the Ten of Pentacles wanted to pop up. But let's see what we got. Anyways, oh God, this is a reading for Cancer, any placement, love reading. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much, welcome back, and thank you for being patient. This reading has taken way longer than it needed to, and I'm not sure what that was all about, but I've had dysfunction after dysfunction in every single reading, and I do have a couple that are decent, but not adequate, okay? That I may upload at some point, but I'm not going to upload them now. I wanted to get you a good reading, or a thorough reading, okay? I love you so much, and let's get after your love life. For those of you that are new around here, I don't know if I said this already. I probably did. We're going to just get after your love life. Wow. See what I'm saying, guys? Fancy pants. Sun card in your energy that you bring to the love connection that you have in mind. Wow. Okay. I get so excited, you guys. I'm sorry about that. I'm too much, is what I hear. Oh, shit, fuck. Okay. Yowza. So which one of you is having an ego problem? Because I don't think it's your person, boo. I love you so much. Let's see here. And ego doesn't always mean what we assume the ego means, okay? It's not always like this egotistical, like, I don't know, like chauvinistic or anything like that. It's just, it can really just mean doubt or that for whatever reason. I don't feel that in the other energies, okay? So you could just be dealing with a Capricorn, but we're going to get more. The Devil card to me, Cancer, represents the ego, the human, the logical brain, okay? That doesn't what it means to everybody else, but not everybody else can perceive the full gamut. I'm not saying that I'm better at perceiving, but I don't see things on the third dimensional level like everybody else does, and I see them on a more fifth dimensional level. And for me, that is the ego. So that's just what it is, Cancer. I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. Okay. You have, yeah, I'm feeling a lot of very, it's passionate. There's a lot of passion here for sure. I feel like there's been a lot of things that you both have had to endure in this lifetime. I don't think you got to this place of kind of being very, I'm getting, you could be in the spotlight, obviously, with the sun card there, but I'm getting like this kind of, fancy pants, okay? Did I already say that? Because fancy pants has been coming through since I started trying to make this reading, which has been entirely too long. This particular reading, and this is about my fourth attempt, just this reading, okay? So anyway, fancy pants. I do feel like you're feeling quite fancy at this time, and I feel like you've earned it, okay? That's all I'm going to say is I feel like you've been through some shit, you've earned it, and that's, you're living your best life. It's like all these little memes, funny shit's coming through, by the way. You might be a comedian and be succeeding in that. Whatever you're doing, you're succeeding in that. That doesn't mean that you feel like you are, okay? Because I do feel like, oh wow, you guys, you can't even make this shit up. Fancy pants. You got two sun cards and then the Six of Swords, which is indicating just what I was trying to say. Is like, doesn't mean you're necessarily feeling that way yet, that illumination, but you're getting there. Oh my God, fancy pants. Oh my God. You guys, because you've been through some damn shit to get where you are, okay? That's real with the Six of Swords, and the Magician even really does signify a person who didn't go read a book, okay? Or 2 or 20. You can't read a million books that will ever equate to one experience, okay? And I feel like you have experienced it all. This is why you're illuminated at this time, because you've not only experienced it, you've followed the guide by the divine through it, and you felt it, and you went through it. You didn't try to go around it, okay? Cancer, you went through that shit like a boss, and illumination, sunshine all over the place. It's crazy. I do feel like your person might be in the midst of needing to do some healing. I feel like the toxicity could be them, okay? I don't know, toxicity is what I'm getting on the Devil at this time. Of course, that is the ego. It's about our egotistical mind, or our logical mind, our human being, attaching to past memories to dictate how we handle, current situations or future things. And that is not actually, sure, we learned from this and now we won't do that. That's not the kind of, the Devil represents, we were hurt there, and so we'll never ever go, we were hurt in a relationship, we'll never date again. That's not healthy. That's not how we handle things healthily. But I do feel like with the Five of Swords in your person's energy, that's kind of where they're at. I feel like that exact energy. I feel like they're very loving and very compassionate, very empathic, which is why it hurt them so bad, whatever they've gone through. And it could be an entire childhood of trauma, but at this time, it does look like they are in that. I'm getting, baby, look at your energy. I'm getting this person is, they'd rather beat you, whatever it is. Maybe you guys work together, maybe you're in the same field, maybe you are, in the same demographic, or in the same category on YouTube. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting that your person is having a really hard time with the Four of Pentacles here. Also, a hard time letting go of what the third dimensional folk perceive as valuable, okay? And why I say it like that, folks, is because you're Cancerians. You're not third dimensional folks. And we see things, we think everybody should just be able to see the value in things that, that what's actually valuable, but it just isn't conceivable for most third dimensional beings. What they value is truly, what makes them feel worthy and good is money or, attention or, that sort of external confirmation, I guess we'll call it. And I'm getting that this person is, again, they're so empathic. They're not third dimensional, but they are unhealed from whatever has caused some pain in their past. And that does turn somebody, including us, a bit more fighty, okay? Because we can be the most vicious fucking fighters out there if we have not healed. It looks like you have done insane amounts of work to come into your energy, okay? Obviously, everybody's attracted to you. Who doesn't want to sit in the sunshine, right? But on top of that, who doesn't want to talk to the most charismatic person? I'm watching you, you're dressed to the nines, okay? Everything about you is so on fucking point. Your damn creases in your pants, okay? You got a pantsuit on, I don't know. Female, male, non-binary, I don't really care. You are sexy as hell right now. You're just feeling yourself because you know it's coming from a place, it's not coming from an egotistical place. Although she can be a little egotistical, and I'm sure you will get caught up in that, and we all do. We are still half human. I would say we are less than half human, but as Cancerians. But either way, it's like, I'm just watching you walk. It's like, I'm gonna give it to you like this. This has happened to me because I just, have you seen me? I'm not the most attractive person you'll ever meet. I'm not ugly, okay? And I don't think there is anybody that's ugly, so that is the important part here. I think we're all beautiful in our own way. But I will walk into a room where there are plenty of extremely attractive males, females, and non-binaries. And I know that I am definitely on the bottom of this list, right? As far as the physical attraction is concerned. But it doesn't stop every male and female and non-binary from wanting to talk to me. Not always, but when I'm in this energy, and it's like, oh my God, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say what I think I'm saying right now. It feels like whenever I'm ovulating. Okay, wow, that's crazy as hell. But anyway, there is just, and then there's times where I go out thinking I'm doing it right, and I'm thinking I'm looking good, and then nothing. Like, what? You should have seen me last week. So anyways, I'm just feeling this energy where you can't walk into anywhere without people just staring at you, and wanting your attention. And truly, that is actually a gift from the divine. And I'm going to say this too, because I think when that happens to me, I always took it as motherfuckers think I'm looking good, right? But I know I'm not the best looking in there because I'm not even like the second best, or I'm not even like, I'm at the bottom, okay? But it's the energy that you're exuding right now, baby, with this. And again, you're physically doing it too, okay? But I'm just saying you're exuding this energy that people are so drawn to. It's almost like they feel like they can't, they have to go talk to you, okay? And that's a funny thing, because what came up in your reading was that feeling that we get as Cancerians when we feel energetic draw to something or someone. Like we have to go up and, hey, do I know you? Or whatever we got, like, maybe you guys don't do that, but I always have. I've not been shy about when I feel a call to something or someone. And before I knew these were psychic gifts, I thought that I was just madly in love with people, or I really maybe did know them, and I feel like I know you all my life. And I feel like people are feeling that way about you right now. And in your readings, it was talking about that you have stepped back from, or you're going to, because of this reading, step back from having to answer every single one of those pulls, because the pull is it's the energy that we feel, and why Cancerians are psychic, or people that are emotional are psychic, is because energy and emotion are basically the same thing, because it triggers a feeling inside your body. It makes you feel something, right? You either get like a feeling in your gut, or it triggers a feeling, which is an energetic communication from the divine. And it causes an emotion, which again, usually if you don't have access to your emotions, you don't have access to that feeling of the energetic realm. And so anyways, I'm just saying that sometimes we feel energetically connected to things, people, I'm going to say people, that don't feel that same connection with us. It's not because the connection isn't there, it's because they're incapable of feeling the connection, right? So anyways, I stopped going toward those things because I started to realize these were psychic gifts. Now it no longer felt so insatiable, like I didn't need to go talk to them. And what has happened in that is that these people will come and talk to me. The divine has a message they want this person to get, and they want to give it to them through me, okay? Probably because I'm going to give it to them with no judgment. And that is a pretty important, I think we all channel divine information, but when you're more third dimensional and you channel that information, you take it on as your own. You take credit for it. You think you're cool, whatever it is. People think they're so brilliant, and I'm like, no, baby, that came from the divine. Anything real brilliant that is actual and factual, not the, what the human perceives as actual and factual logic and all that. But it's like whatever you've divinely channeled isn't ours, and we've channeled it. And so anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but I feel like it's saying that you're starting to realize, oh, well, that's what I was saying, is that I stopped going towards those things, those calls, those pulls, and I realized, again, that every single time I refrained from going after somebody that I felt drawn to, they came to me. So the inevitable thing is that this person will come to you, and once your purpose with them is done, that draw or that pull will go away. So if you do feel drawn to somebody, we always mistake that as a romantic feeling because that's the only thing we can compare to this strong of a pull or this energy or this emotion. It's all linked to the same thing, and it is our fifth dimensional being, and it is something that Cancerians can feel like everybody else can feel physical pain. We feel emotional pain or emotional anything, energetic feeling, okay? Vibration. We can feel that shit from miles away. So anyways, I'm just getting here that you are kind of giving off this energy of you're so comfortable, whatever you've done to kind of get through whatever you've gone through. And it's saying like that everybody's feeling that energetic pull towards you. And why did I forget what I was saying again? You guys, so whenever you answer the purpose of that call, whatever it was, let's say you were being drawn towards somebody because they needed some information from you, as soon as that information is released from your body, whatever the divine is channeling through you, that pull will go away. Well, if we never get the message through because we think we're in love with them, we don't want to talk about this and that, the other, whatever we feel drawn to talk about, we hold it back because we're afraid. We don't want to get our heart broken, and we're just mistaking sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes it's love. But sometimes we're just mistaking it. I want you to know that I have been very observing this very stuff because I've just dying to know why I think I'm in love with a stranger. Sometimes like a woman that's 25 years, I'm 20 years old at the bar, and I'm just obsessed with this 45-year-old beautiful woman. And I'm like, why can't I stop staring at you? Like, no, I never said, well, I just went up and said, excuse me, do I know you? Are you in love with me? Because I'm in love with you. Like, whatever, I'm crazy, but I don't care. But so finally figuring out what that draw was, it was likely that that person needed a message through from the divine through me, whether it be a loved one or just an energy, the energy that is, I don't know that there is like specific loved ones, ancestors. I'm getting all these downloads on it, and it's just kind of like, we're all the same energy. Like we are all one, and it's real that we're all kind of evolving differently in the third dimension, but I feel like we are all fifth dimensionally alike, okay? One, actually, and I don't know, that's just like, that's gone back and forth for me, that we're all kind of a cell in the energetic realm, so Cancer, moving right along, I feel like, and what I feel like you've been being called to do is really pay attention to those feelings and not act on them, because we're not always asked to act on our psychic gifts. In fact, once we've healed, we don't act on those psychic gifts necessarily. Now, the divine will give you a cue when it say, hey, it's time to act, right? But when we just feel that original pull, that isn't an action requested. It's just, hey, over here, the divine is trying to point somebody out to you, okay? Let's just say that original pull to somebody is like, hey, over here, and it could be, hey, over here, this is your lover, or hey, over here, I need them to know this because they're stuck on this in their life, and this one sentence from you will free them from that, okay? So you have a powerful gift, Cancer, and look at how powerful it is. The divine is going to be sending in a lot of projects, I hate to call them projects because they're humans and they're people and they have feelings. Some of them do, some of them don't. Doesn't matter. Some of them will get to a place of having feelings because of meeting you, okay? Some of them will be able to start to feel emotion because you're going to dislodge something in them with, again, sometimes a sentence, sometimes a hug, sometimes just a hello. Sometimes, just being near you can help people release that because you are empathic. Now, unfortunately for a Cancerian, sometimes you have to, you've walked out and you all of a sudden feel dark. Well, you have just released something for somebody else and you do need to kind of meditate that out or breathe it out or just acknowledge that you've just released something for somebody or that you've just taken on something and you do need to release it for them, for somebody else, okay? Wow, this is a lot of stuff coming through. Because that all is new. There's been so many messages for you guys, which is why I haven't yet to get to a reading because they're so deep and they're anyways, we're going to keep on going with your love life. This person is in the middle of trying to compete with you. That's what I'm getting right now. Whoever they are, I do feel like they have, they feel a draw to you like everybody else does. I feel like they feel a competition with you, but I feel like they're acting like they're competing with you, but I feel like they think they're competing for you. And they do have a lot of competition at this time, but they don't know that they don't have any competition because a Cancerian will never, ever, no matter if they, start to sway that way or not, a Cancerian will always go for the one that is actually right for them with all these opportunities. Again, you may look and appear like you're going for everything and everyone, but you are a very, you're just such I can't, with like the energy that I'm getting off of whoever I'm reading for is so pure that it's like everybody feels it, sees it. It's like you've never swayed really from that. Even through your damage, if you didn't have anything good to give, you didn't give anything at all because you didn't want to give out bad. And it's like, you're being rewarded for all of that and not just in the form of, not in an egotistical way, not in finances, although you may be doing financially well, but the reward comes from a true fulfillment and satisfaction from the core. And again, people are, the more you feel satisfied and successful truly, not in the, again, on the external plane, but from within, that fulfillment, the more the less you need anyone and the more they need you. But again, God is telling me that, or the divine, whatever you want to believe in, is telling me that they're going to start or have already started sending you a demographic. We all have one. We all have something that we are skillful in this lifetime, whether we ever accept that or honor that or believe in that, because a lot of us will battle self-doubt and things like that, which can be that devil card as well. I'm just getting that this person needs space. You need not encourage or fight back, and I don't think you are, because I think you have moved through all those kinds of connections. And this person, if they don't get past that Five of Swords energy, they don't deserve you. So I'm just going to say that they are empathic. They've gone through the kind of same shit you've had to feel, and maybe people calling you weird because you're too needy or clingy or lovey or whatever people that are incapable of accessing their heart or spirit, they're same thing, by the way, not really in your actual heart because that's just for pumping blood. It is your energetic body that has that love, that compassion, that ability to empathize with others. And but when that's broken, and your person's has been, I do think it's saying that they're coming into a place of being more fulfilled. But they have got to get over whatever that need to fight is. And the need to fight comes from a real need to fight, like a survival mode when you're living in dangerous conditions as a child, and all you should be thinking about is what your favorite color is, and you're thinking about how am I going to survive today, or will I be able to eat today, and things like that. These are things that babies shouldn't have to think of. And this person, and I'm guessing you have had to go through some of that very survival mode at way too young of an age. So getting out of that survival mode, it's one of our biggest feats in this lifetime. So again, with the devil card, I feel that. Well, God, every reading of yours, you guys, I've done like 15. Okay, not really, but 5. The devil and the high priestess show up in your outcome every single time. The death card and the Two of Wands don't. But anyways, it is speaking of a transformation, but it is talking about battling between the head and the heart, the spirit and the human, the ego and the soul, whatever you want to call all of this. They're all the same things, okay? We just perceive them differently. They're all the exact same things. It's your fifth dimensional energetic body and your human brain and its, need to kind of categorize and relates everything to everything else, okay? It's logical mind, right? And it also does, when we've been in pain, it does block us from having anything wonderful to try to protect us from anything more painful. And there is a time in our lives where we need that because we cannot take on any more trauma. At this time, I feel like your person is going through this space of really trying to get to their core of who they are. Again, they might be another Cancerian, so this does make sense, all of this, because this is like the Cancerian's shell, or just how we can become kind of manipulative, or things like this. The things we've had to do in our lives to survive, to protect us from being able to feel things more deeply than others, because they are hurting us in a way that wouldn't really hurt them because they don't feel things like we do. And so they're not even doing it consciously a lot of the time. Sometimes we can say they are, but I'd like to think that they're not. They're literally just doing it because they know it doesn't really hurt when it happens to them. They're not doing it to be nice, obviously, right? But they can't feel it like we can, so people really can't conceive just how damaging what they do to another human being on an emotional level is. Now, where we totally are, frown upon physical violence, which, by the way, I do too. But I will say to you, I've been beaten physically, and I've been emotionally scarred. I've been talked to or demeaned, and I will say to you that at 40 years old, I'm still trying to get over the people who demeaned me, and the physical pain from the physical altercations left 25, 30 years ago, okay? So I'm just going to say that while we frown upon physical violence, and I think, again, we should, we do need to frown upon emotional violence in the same way, and I think that's coming with our ascension from that sort of third world, lower world to the fifth dimension. As a species, of course, I think we've always been somewhat evolved. Cancerians have, but there is just this mass awakening going on, and I do believe most of us are here to help people smoothly transition from one to the other, because we've been lied to for so long from our third world mind, our third dimensional mind, and so this transition, look at the transformation, you guys, from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. It's crazy, the ascension that's happening here, and it is really about taking action towards the things you're feeling called to, and making sure, whatever that is, if you do need to have a bad day, if you do need to give somebody space, the divine is giving you these calls and these cues, and it is important that we answer those. Make sure they're coming from the divine. Usually the initial reaction, or the instinctual, your initial reaction, by the way, I have been realizing that I keep telling people to go with their intuition, which is the first thought they have. I don't know if that's true for third dimensional beings, because I've always been very connected and in tune with my spirit. So for us Cancerians, I believe that the first thing that comes through is our intuition, and then we try to pick it apart with our human mind. Our intuition is, again, fifth dimensional divine information that's being channeled through us, and it is never wrong. It doesn't lie, it doesn't manipulate. That is only the human brain that will do that, okay? So it is important to follow the call of your initial instincts and things, whatever that is. Again, there are definitely, back in my days where I would just run up to somebody and say, I love you. Maybe they needed to hear that. You know what, I shamed myself a little bit for this, but maybe they actually just needed to hear that I love you, okay? And I have had many people that I just felt so drawn to that I hugged them, and I'm like, sorry, that was crazy, but I couldn't stop myself. And I've had people cry and say, I haven't been hugged in 20 years. I needed that hug more than I've ever needed anything. And again, these things will be things that we maybe shame ourselves for, or others shame us for. So it's just, oh my goodness, the transformation. It's like you're literally here in the outcome to help people transform from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. We are not living in a third dimensional world. We just have more third dimensional beings here. We are living in a third and fifth dimensional world. It's all right here, right now. But only people that can conceive or perceive or feel the fifth dimension are able to know that we are in that double world all the time. So anyways, lots of weird stuff coming through for you guys. I'm going to get you a Work Your Light card, and well, this was a little less aggressive than your other readings anyways, but the same two cards. I cannot believe that the Devil and the High Priestess show up every time. First of all, could be dealing with a Cancer, very strong. Capricorn is here. We've got Leo, very strong. Aries is also here, and Scorpio, okay? So you guys, but whatever the transition is, and if it's in this connection, that this connection is kind of transitioning, you're always connected on the fifth dimension, right? But they might be transitioning into their fifth dimensional awareness, which will help this connection come in. Because when people can't feel that fifth dimensional connection, we also like to call it emotion or love. If people can't feel the love, like that connection, they'll just go end up with somebody that they have we have this in common. Let's stay, it's not like they're just going out and picking the wrong person on purpose. But when you can't feel that love, or you don't have the capacity to feel the fifth dimensional energy, you're going to go pick somebody out of the third dimensional reasons. Well, you're pretty. Well, you're handsome, whatever it is. So that is kind of, this person is transitioning from one to the other, and it's a pretty tough transition. But if they are a Cancer, they're getting there. It's just they have got to heal from some of the things that have happened. That will bring in this opportunity for them to have this, opportunity. But I feel like every opportunity that is theirs, was always meant for them, is going to rely on them kind of getting over, healing from that Five of Swords energy. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? I always get this for you guys. Well, you are the mother of the zodiac, male, female, or non-binary. You are the nurturer, the carer, the lover, so it's like, whatever you're doing right now, I can't tell you how powerful it feels. It's, and by the way, I keep getting this healthy living. I feel like some of you might work, maybe on YouTube even, in like teaching people how to nourish themselves completely, like their body, their mind, their spirit. And it's like so beautiful. Whatever the work you're doing, like makes me want to cry every time I start talking about it. So, the people that are, it's like, you're beautiful, handsome, whatever you are. But the people are so attracted because you have this pure love that you've worked diligently to get to by healing the pain that you have had to endure. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. I feel like that's for your person, but I also feel like it's saying that's what you're doing right now, is helping other people. I think you've done that upgrade, and I think you are helping the world ascend, baby, whatever it is you're doing. Again, I can't get over the power that I'm feeling from it. This connection does have a little time, I don't think you're worried about it, actually. I really do think you're feeling yourself. And if you do have somebody in mind that you kind of think of, especially if they're another Cancerian, it's like they are so close, baby. But it's like it's a process. You probably remember when you felt the need to fight everybody. It probably wasn't even that long ago, because everybody was fighting you. It seems like because we do feel things differently, people just want to prove us wrong because it's wrong for them. They can't conceive it. They don't know how to feel what we feel. So I think you finally come into this place where, it's just like that you can't actually understand it. Like you don't doubt me necessarily. You doubt that it's possible, what I'm saying. So wow. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I am so sorry that this took so long, and it does really look like this whole world of opportunities. I feel like the divine is, maybe they already are, but they're going to start pouring in your demographic, whatever it is you're doing to reach the collective. It's just overwhelming, and my heart keeps getting like butterflies. It's like, yeah, it's powerful. You're powerful. I feel your energy. Are you single? I'm just kidding. I love you so much, and I will see you guys very soon. Mwah.